The Champ of Sports Talk brought to you by Yo Mama.
In a world where sports talk radio sucks, one man on a mission from God looking to change the world of the sports talk game. His name, the Champ of Sports Talk, rated H for hard as fuck.
Americans love a winner and will not tolerate a loser. Americans play to win all the time. I wouldn't give a hoot in hell for a man who lost and laughed.
Come on, get down! Everybody over here! It's time to listen to the Champ of Sports Talk. Let's go! You're listening to it now. I love it!
Right now, the Champ of Sports Talk.
And I am back. The Champ is here. Empire Radio, the NinerEmpire.com. Good to have you here. We're breaking it down week by week, 2012's Niners schedule. We just came off avenging last year's loss against the Giants. Now, we go into our first NFC West. The divisional games begin against Seattle, prime time, Thursday night. Seattle coming into Frisco. They just signed Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch, great back. But Tavares Jackson, I mean, seriously, do you really believe Tavares Jackson is the man? And if it's not Tavares Jackson, it's going to be a rookie. So I'm not looking forward to Seattle, even though they're dangerous. We always play them close, divisional rivals. But I don't see them doing anything but losing and losing bad against our boys. We're going to open up the division with a win. Week 8, following it up with another divisional rival, Arizona. Of all our division rivals, we always seem to play Arizona the closest. Even though we've won 5 of the last 6, they always are the ones who sneak up on us and beat us. Like last year, they gave us our last regular season loss. Being that this is in Arizona and it's going to be coming off a big NFC West opening victory, I'm just going to go ahead for the sake of being fair to the world and mark Week 8 against Arizona as a loss. Our second loss of the season, wrapping up the first half of the season at 6-2. We're looking pretty. Starting into the next half of the season, we're going to start off with a bye week, well-timed, so we can get our injuries healed if we have any major. And then we're going to have we're going to set it off going into week 10 against another divisional rival, St. Louis, who really are they're not even close to being good yet. Sam Bradford, great quarterback. I like him. Jeff Fisher, good coach, but his first year there, lots of question marks, and this is a building year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I don't look for them to have success against a Super Bowl contender like our beloved Niners. The Rams are going to get swept again this year, just how we did last year. W. So mark it down if you're following. Week 10, another W, bringing us to 7-2. But that's going to bring us into our first Monday night game against the Bears. Jim Harbaugh's old team. It's going to be a great matchup on Monday night. The Bears always stout on defense, to say the least. Jay Cutler being a real hit-and-miss interception or touchdown throwing quarterback, depending on how he feels. But coming into Frisco, Monday night, after the Niners are developing some momentum, Lovie Smith, and probably in his last year as a Chicago head coach, I think that smells like a victory for the red and the gold. And that's going to be well-timed because that's going to bring us to one of our biggest games on our schedule next year. Every Niner fan in the Empire should have it circled, and that is Sunday, November 25th. We're going down to the Big Easy to play the New Orleans Sinners, the most reviled team in recent memory as they've been caught in Bounty Gate for trying to hurt the Niners. And last year, coming into that game where they planned on hurting us, we hurt them, knocking out their players. It's going to be an interesting matchup to see the intensity on the field. There has to be real, genuine bad blood, not just regular football bad blood, but some real deal bad blood. So any real football fan is going to love that game. I hope that the NFL makes sure that the most people can watch it as possible, because that is going to be a real football game. The players to watch: Alex Smith and Michael Crabtree. I want to see how they react to the pressure. But I think the football gods will smile upon us, and we will go into New Orleans with a victory. Another W. Week 12, victory. Week 13, bringing us back to another NFC West game against the Rams. Like I said, sweeping them just how we did last year. Not much to talk about. Boo. Week 14, Sunday, we go down and or Miami's going to come out to Frisco. Alex Smith is going to show the only team that was even interested in him what he really has. Going to play his old high school teammate, Reggie Bush. Miami is really a hit-and-miss team. You never really know what to expect. And I don't expect them to be turning it around and being a factor against a Super Bowl contender like us. So that's going to be an L for Miami, a W for us. Week 14, W. Week 15, getting towards the end of the season, if we haven't already gotten our playoff berth, we'll be damn close. But it will be a big challenge, another primetime game, Sunday night, December 16th. We're going out to Foxborough to play the New England Patriots. Touchdown Tom Brady is a Bay Area native, wanted to be a Niner, didn't work out, went on to go to the Patriots and become one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. But he has to have a certain chip on his shoulder and must want to come in and have a great showing every time he comes in here. But this is the thing, the Patriots aren't the same Patriots. Tom Brady is the team, but he doesn't have any Hall of Fame pieces around him. And I think that their window's been closed. I mean, he's always a threat, always going to be a threat. But I think their window's closing. Tom Brady needs real weapons if they're going to be contenders. Period. We're going to New England, though. Anything can happen, especially when you go into New England. It's going to be frosty. It's going to be Sunday night, prime time. So just for the sake of being a nice guy, I'm going to call it a loss. Another speed bump. Week 16, almost at the end of the season. Seattle, going into Seattle, who have the 11th man, the 12th man, who is supposed to be their fan base. Great fans out there in Seattle. And Seattle, we always play close, like our division rival, Arizona. All our division rivals, really. And we kicked their ass when they came to us. It's going to be a real close game. But coming off the loss to New England, we're not going back-to-back with Seattle. So we're going to kick their ass in a real close game. So that brings us to 12-3, mirroring last year's record. Going into the last week against Arizona at home. Arizona's going to be coming in for the last game of the year, as they tend to do. And it's going to be all on the line, I have a feeling. If we haven't won the division, it's probably going to be won on that last game against Arizona. So the Niners are going to be competing until the very end. But the champ has the Niners coming out on top. And I believe that the Niners will repeat 13-3 regular season record. NFC champs, winning it in the last week of the season. Niner fans will have a reason to watch every week of the regular season. We will have home field advantage, be the home field, the team to beat in the NFC, and we're going to the Super Bowl. So you heard it here first on Empire Radio. And that's all I really want. I just wanted to check in with you guys and wanted to let you guys know what I thought about the schedule. Hopefully you guys agreed. And if you don't, you could always holler at me, champ@the9erempire.com. Shout out to Joe and all the chapters across the globe. Tune in to the9erempire.com. Tell a friend. And until next time, don't do anything stupid. And by God, please keep it champish. Until next time.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.